first episode of Car Resurrection. This is what it says. Car Resurrection. Restoring old, rusty, left out cars. Cars that I'm passionate about, cars that I love, cars that I've always wanted to own. And I want you guys to come on this journey with me. I've never been to any mechanic college. I just basically started working on my own cars and it became a passion of mine, and listening to your ideas, having your help with problems that I can't diagnose myself, your ideas with colour changes, modifications, what you want to see done to the cars. This is my dream and I really just want to try. You know, if you never try, you'll never know. So I'm trying and I need your help to fulfill this dream of mine. Yeah, so I have one car ready on its way tomorrow morning. I know what this car is, but I won't tell you guys. I'll let it be a surprise. But it's still a surprise to me. I've never actually seen the car with my own eyes, so we will see that together. I have lots of parts ordered. I've got some service parts and some exhaust parts ready, but unfortunately the car is a non-runner, and yeah, straight away I may need your help to get it running, to get it MOT'd, and then we can start building on the modifications, transforming this car to something, yeah, wonderful, something powerful, a beast basically. So I need your help with this. Yeah, so this is the garage where it's gonna begin. I've worked on like 5 or 6 different cars already, and I just wish I really started this before, you know, but I just never did. And yeah, if I don't try it now, I just never know, so I really got to try. So this is the garage. It's nothing special, but you know, with small things can come great things, you know, and you just never know where something can take you if you just follow your dreams, do what you're passionate about. Yeah, I've collected loads of tools which are back here over the years. My service parts ready. So yeah, this is Car Resurrection, and car guys, car girls, I welcome your help and support. Please follow, like, subscribe with the journey ahead. I don't know if I'll be able to get like a video every single week, just because of life, you know, but with your help maybe I can do more, you know, with the help, and eventually I can come more accustomed with YouTube. I could do a lot more and do a lot more videos, but probably looking at around 1 to 2 a month, and I'll document everything. And I want this to be the type of channel where I'm not always paying someone else to do it. I want this to be the type of channel where you guys, girls, watching me learn as I go, you know, watching me learn the skills myself as a journey. You know, I hate it when you get those people and they just they take it to someone else and pay them. You know, I want to try myself everything, and I want you guys to watch me on that process, even if I get it wrong, and then eventually I get it right. You know, that's how I've learnt mechanics, and I like to think I'm a good mechanic. I haven't gone as far as literally replacing an engine, but maybe I could do on this journey, on this channel. Yeah, basically the car that I've got, unfortunately it's a non-runner, and I was told it runs, so I really don't know what I'm getting myself into. I hope it doesn't need a new engine, but I'm willing to do that with your help and resurrect this car. So guys, welcome and thank you for listening. This is Car Resurrection. Okay guys, we are here, we are ready. It's the day of the big revealing of what will be the first car restored on Car Resurrection. I'm excited as much as you are. For me, I know what the car will be. For you guys, it's a surprise, but we are both on the same boat that we have never seen this car. I've never seen this car, so yeah, I'm excited as much as you are. I've already got lots of service parts. I've got NGK Iridium spark plugs with the really thin tip, to create a bigger spark. Got some rocker cover gaskets. Got the coil pack. I could only get the individual parts to the coil pack, not the whole coil pack itself, just in case if there's a problem with that. Got the oil filter. I won't show you which one because you might guess the car. Just oil, gear oil. I have some also have some stainless steel headers coming, which will be for the exhaust, which that part I have brought, but the whole rest of the exhaust I'm gonna weld myself. So yeah, there's a lot of ideas I already have for this car, and like I said, the coming months ahead, the coming weeks ahead, I'd like to hear your ideas, what you would like to see done. There's a bit of a story to it already. I researched, I went on Facebook on this particular car owner's site and asked if there was any for sale, and there was one I particularly liked the look of. It looked nice, and I just took the risk and I went for it. Perhaps I should have gone to see it. The guy showed me a video of it running, driving, but when the pickup company first of all went to pick it up, it wasn't starting, it wasn't running, and the guy was drunk. So yeah, it's no, but I paid for it and the guy wouldn't give my money back. I wanted to go and look for one that was running because I really don't want to have to replace an engine. As you can see, I've not got the best space to do this. So oh look, previous residue of an old car I've restored. I decatted it, so yeah. So I just hope I don't have to replace the engine, but I got the same pickup company to pick up the car with a different trailer for a non-running car, so hopefully we'll be able to push it into the drive together, and I can begin straight away trying to get this car started. And you'll see in this video already lots of work. I'm not going to just get the car, tell you what I'm going to do and then leave it. I am going to get to work straight away. So yeah, without further ado, this is Car Resurrection, and here's the big reveal for the first car. And here she is, the Ginger Lily. Only joking guys, but she will be spying on me during this build. And here it is, the Mitsubishi GTO. This is the naturally aspirated GTO. Because of budgeting, I couldn't afford the twin turbo, which is a shame, but there are many things we can do to this car. Just having a look around now. I really like the silver grey colour on the shape and the curves, the bulky rear end of this car. It really pops off it. I've got some Mazda RX-8 wheels there, which probably won't keep, but can sell them. I'd really like original wheels on this one.
Original is sometimes always better with these classics. Yeah, really like the side skirts as opposed to the Mark 1. I think the Mark 1 side skirts were too Ferrari-esque, but having a quick look underneath, it's rusty, old, but I don't think it's rotten completely, which is good. Yeah, so we managed to get it into the garage with quite a lot of pushing. Sorry I couldn't record that for you, but yeah, she's in. Just giving you a quick glance at the engine, the heart. Yeah, it's looking old, like it's been sat a while, but yeah, just need to first of all get to diagnose this starting problem. Yeah, the guy said it was the fuel pump, so hopefully I'll give myself really good access to the fuel pump, which I believe is in the boot. So yeah, I mean, this is the V6 2.9 or just under 3.0 V6, which is very similar to the Hyundai Tiburon V6 engine that I've owned before and worked on a fair bit. So yeah, I should be quite experienced with this, and already seeing that there's Japanese writing on the fuse box, which is showing me, that possibly a Japanese import I've found here. So that, I don't have much experience with that, but yeah, see where that leads me. I really like the strong strut mounts on these Japanese cars. They never fail you. So they'll be good to clean up. Yeah, so to start off this compression test will be removing the inlet manifold, which is a lot of work, but having done it on the Tiburon, I should be okay with it. There's 4 bolts here down the back, I believe, and seeing some rust on the subframe, but doesn't look rotten. Yeah, these bolts on the top of the inlet manifold are going to have to come off too, the ones down the back, in order to compression test the 3 cylinders on the rear of the block, the rear block. God, it seems to be cobwebs everywhere on this car. Suppose apparently it was just shoved down an alleyway when the pickup driver went to pick it up. So yeah, gonna have to hoover them out, wash them out, all the cobwebs. Yeah, having a quick look inside, I'm really impressed and pleased with this interior. Mainly the seats, the fabric is really thick, no holes or visible tears I can see. Even looking in the back of this wheel here, but yeah, seems to be missing the gear stick knob, and yeah, I'm gonna have to go and look at that later on. The rear seats also look very good condition. No rips or tears, but I really like the dark blue fabric on those as well. Something I can work with if the interior is that dark blue theme. Yeah, I really do like these shape of these cars, this curve of the GTO, really nice shape. Just having a quick look in the boot. Yeah, see, some reason there's about 1 million windscreen wipers in here. Not sure what the guy did with them, but yeah, it needs a bit of a clear out. Some old wiring, the jack, some fuel funnels. Yeah. Now having another look in the engine bay with some better light for you guys to see. Yeah, having a look at these exhaust manifolds, it does look really different to the Tiburon. The Tiburon had catalytic converters in the headers basically. This one doesn't seem to have that, which is probably why it gives out more power. So that will be fun to modify them. Looking at the wiring as well, seems to be spliced open quite a bit, so we'll have to have a look at that, and hopefully that's not the cause of the starting problem. The manifold again. We have to see how this downpipe joins up in the middle of the two blocks, the two headers, which will be fun to do. I've got some headers already which are stainless steel, and kind of worried though whether they'll fit, so we'll see, and whether the actual original one is probably better, being one single pipe I think that is joining in the middle, but I have to have a look at that. Here are the headers right now, lovely stainless steel, which brand new are around 400 pounds, and I managed to pick them up for 150, so already that's a bargain. Be looking forward to fitting these, and actually going to get to work soon when this car is up and running on making the entire exhaust system myself, and can see the oil is actually full to the brim, which is a good sign, showing that it probably wasn't burning oil when it was being driven, so that's already a good sign. Coolant in there full, but be looking to empty this coolant out as soon as possible to prevent any further rust to the corrosion to the inside the block, the engine. Yeah, should hopefully get an alloy radiator on order soon. So straight to work now on gaining myself better access to the fuel pump, and gonna have to remove this old school Mitsubishi sound system stuff that's all in the way here, and this is don't know what this is for, perhaps CD changing or an amplifier stuff, so all of this is all in the way, and it's actually quite a bit of weight from all this, so gonna get to work straight away on this. You can see me just taking the bolts out right now, which kind of look like, it's like kind of held in with these brackets, and they're proper rusted onto the carpet, so a little bit of a messy fiddly job to do this. And there we go, should just pull off right away from these brackets, but it's a bit rusted in there. Guys, forgive me on the date and time here, which is not quite right. I'm just learning how to do the camcorder stuff, and it's the wrong date on there. It's actually this year. Just filmed this literally a couple of weeks ago and been editing it, so I've just removing these wires right now, all these plugs. It's fiddly to do this while holding the camcorder. And there, it's all out. So these brackets are so rusted on that I'm going to need to grind off the bolts that hold them on. So just doing that right now. I wouldn't do it like this at home, guys. Yeah, could cause a fire on the carpet, but yeah, all this stuff is really old and battered anyway, so I'm not too bothered about it. There's a lot that can be done modifying and changing the interior to even be a race build and have no carpet at all for weight saving. And there we go. So, moving on, I'm going to remove the bonnet just to get more access to the engine bay compartment. I know obviously this car doesn't start, so I haven't actually made a full effort yet to do that. But I want to do a compression test on that engine first to make sure I know it's a good engine. And I really hope that that goes well, so I don't have to replace the engine. The oil was at the maximum, which is a good sign that hopefully it wasn't burning any oil when previously driven, so that's a really good sign. Yeah, and I had a really good idea with something in the with this, seeing as this is kind of attached all the way back there. I don't know how far back that goes, as it's really bad condition. I could cut it along there, stick a bit down, stick it down, and then the actual tray that I had here, I can literally stick some new carpet to it and just use it as a, a tray cover that I can take in and out. And I think that would be a good idea. And all of this old school Mitsubishi electric, sorry about the light there, see if I could get you some more light. A little bit better. All this old school stuff can be removed now, and I have to see where the loom goes for that, obviously through the middle of the car or somewhere, and see if I can just get all that out, which will be for later. So gonna get to work on the engine, on removing the bonnet. Just giving these hinges a bit of WD-40 just to loosen up the bolts a bit. We all know how snap bolts makes us feel, so don't want any of them. Yeah, just getting to work on the first bolt now. We'll have to find something to hold the bonnet up just so it don't fall on my head, basically. They always said these GTOs weighed tons, I think. I don't know how much, maybe 1.6 tons or 1.5, I don't know, but yeah, hopefully I'll be able to lift off this bonnet myself, but yeah, I may need some help with that. One thing in the future with weight saving is looking to see if there's a carbon bonnet available for this model, or could even just attempt to make my own fiberglass bonnet as a project for this build. Like I said at the beginning, if you'll never try, you'll never know. A bit of a tight corner here, so just working out the best angle to to go in. I think I've got it. Clipping off these windscreen wiper tubes, pipes, hoses to, there's a lot more to taking off the bonnet than just the hinges. There's all these clips and the sound ending, washer jet hoses, but once you do it you have a lot better access to work on the engine, and I'll be able to make better films for you guys. Just get started on removing these bolts on the other hinge. I'd rather take it off by the hinges where it bolts right on to the car, so I can clean underneath, make sure it's not rusting underneath them. Now these washer jet clips. Very hard not to break these as they come out, so yeah, there's always aftermarket replacement links, like hose links you can buy that clip into the bonnet. So, yeah, not too bothered, but ideally I don't want to break them, but it's very, very challenging not to. There we go, and the bonnet is off. I did need a bit of help in the end. They did always say that the GTO weighed a ton, like literally 1.6, something like that. And yeah, so that's already shed some weight. Maybe I'll just leave it like that, sport modification. Yeah, so I'm just gonna clean up these side bits just quickly before I do a compression test. Yeah, I will be cleaning some bits as I go along the car, doing odd jobs, doing all the mods and the work that needs to be done. I like going around areas around the engine, around the side walls, just cleaning and rust proofing. So you'll be seeing me doing that a lot during this build. Getting rid of the cobwebs as well and all the spiders. All this windscreen wiper tubing is going to have to be tidied up and sorted out as well, which I'll worry about after sorting out the engine. It looks a bit of a mess at the moment, but yeah, gonna have to get onto that at a later date, tidy it up, get it working first of all.
It doesn't, for all the bulkiness of it, you don't use anything, it's kill me. Kill me.
Yeah.
Oh, really.
May have to take these side wings off at some point, see if there's any bad rust behind them, weld up patches if it needs to. Yeah, it looks better already. So I use WD-40 and brake cleaner just as a initial cleanup. There we go, looking much better already. There's some rust spots, but I think I'll get that off with a wire wheel later on. And the other side done. I think later on I'll take this bezel off and check underneath there, clean out all the leaves. So I want to have a look at the windscreen wiper mechanism, just to make sure it's not seized up, because they seem to be missing, but I've got some ordered, but maybe I'll spray it with a bit of WD-40 first, just to make sure I loosen up the mechanism, the hinges, the links and all that. Yeah, so gonna get to work on the compression test. So basically guys, what you're seeing me here doing is removing the spark lead cover, obviously to get to the cylinders. I removed the air intake because I'll need to remove the inlet manifold to get to the back 3 cylinders. Yeah, quite a job, but this is what you're going to be seeing me now doing, removing all that's needed to get to all 6 cylinders. Yeah, high number. That's a good test on cylinder 1. Probably more too. 200. Probably because it's cold. Lots of oil on the spark plug though, which isn't good. So I've been replacing the spark plugs as I've been going along, doing the compression test, installing some NGK iridium tipped spark plugs which have the really fine tip for a bigger spark, yeah, which will be ultimately better for the car. just starting to remove the inlet manifold now, which has a lot of cables, a lot of wires, a lot of plugs attached to it. So yeah, this will be very time consuming, but will give me access to the rear 3 cylinders for the compression tests. So as I go along, I like to give some, the plugs a bit of a clean with some electrical contact cleaner. They can get full of dust and grime, which can cause the connections to be a bit laboured. So yeah, that's something I like to do as I go along. So when taking off the rocker covers and the timing belt covered, I noticed that the timing belt itself looks pretty much, brand new, but I did check the history of the car, its work history, and shows that the timing belt has been done recently, but not the water pump or the tensioners. So yeah, that's probably a job that I'll do later on in a later video, because I'm not sure if this water pump hasn't been done for the last 30 years, so it might be a good idea to do it, and you guys can watch me do that as well. was a million bolts to take off there, so I've yeah, got the cylinders ready to be compression tested, and yeah, but in order to do the top three, I'm gonna have to put the bottom rocker cover back on, just so oil don't spit everywhere. So I just fancy cleaning it up a bit now. I know the engine is looking good. It's worth just doing that quickly. That, yeah, no matter what, I'll get the car started, just because, yeah, the cylinders so far firing perfectly, well, giving perfect compression tests. So
fall out. Be careful. top through the rocker cover.
Yeah, so still going to be getting rid of all these cobwebs, spider webs, yeah, just everywhere on this car. Part of its resurrection is about, yeah, clearing it up of all the cobwebs and spiders that are crawling through it, so yeah. You can see I've given this rocker cover a bit of a clean up. I've used a wire wheel to get rid of all the old corrosion on that aluminium, which it doesn't look perfect, but yeah, it's just a kind of general restoration. It could be painted at a later date, you know, maybe you guys can give me a suggestion on a colour, and yeah, and I'll do that. But yeah, I'm sorry you didn't see me doing this, like doing the removing all the corrosion, cleaning it up. But yeah, on the next rocker cover I take off, you can yeah, just have a look at how I do that. now seeing me get to work on the back rocker cover, just giving it a bit of a clean up, a restoration, removing the old gaskets, wire wheeling off all the old corrosion. As I said, it's just something I like to do as I go along with a project on a car. When I install the new gaskets, I don't tend to use gasket sealer, just literally put the new gasket on. If you've tightened it down and torqued it down correctly, it shouldn't leak. So this is kind of my general clean-up and restoration of the parts. But again, like I said, if there's any idea you have for this, if you want to see it in a particular colour, just post a comment, let me know. We're all doing this build together. So here are the final compression test readings on every cylinder, coming up at just over 200 psi on each cylinder. As for my research, apparently that is a good reading, and a healthy engine being at 200 psi mark. But apparently on the GTO, for them to be averaging not differing from 5 psi on each cylinder, so there are differences. So I don't know if that's a bad thing. The highest reading being 225 psi, so perhaps they should average around that mark. So I don't know if any of you guys have any suggestions. You can post a comment, let me know. Okay everyone, I think I'm concluding part one of the first episode of Car Resurrection. And yeah, so you've seen me doing the compression tests, which come out good, come out showing it's a good engine, which I'm very pleased about, so it's worth saving. And yeah, got the spark plugs in as well. And yeah, so unfortunately, I saw that it was the inlet manifold was missing quite a few fuel injector gaskets, which is very strange, so I've got them on order, and I've got some new gaskets on order for the inlet manifold itself, with the 3 ports and then the 6 on top. That will help with compression as well. So yeah, I think so in order to carry on, I'm going to have to wait for these to arrive through the post, and then when they do, that will be the commencement of part 2 of the GTO build. So yeah, there's many ideas going through my head during this build. Could even be a single turbo install on this. Sometimes you don't need to, you can have one big one. So yeah, that's the idea. So while I'm waiting for them on order, I'll be wrapping up Car Resurrection Part 1 GTO build.